Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Head shave day today, and I'm going to be using Squadron Soap once again. This is the I think this is the third soap that I've used from Squadron now. Fourth. This one's Dutch Resistance. It's a little bit hard to read there because it's got a bit of smoke damage, I suppose it is, from a bomb being dropped or something, I think, I'm not sure. But all the Squadron Soap stuff is sort of war based from the First World War, I believe. Dutch Resistance, and the smell of Dutch Resistance is beautiful licorice. It is just literally pure licorice. It smells exactly like it smells to me exactly the same as sterling black ice. Obviously without the menthol. So let's get stuck in. I'm not going to bowl lather today, I'm just going to head lather and just see what happens. I haven't done that before, I don't think I've done that before. I've been struggling getting lathers on my head for a while, so let's just see how we go. Using my custom Tony Forsyth commission brush for the channel, and I love how these, I didn't think a synthetic would take on a scent from other soaps because it doesn't actually absorb moisture, but for some reason it does take on a scent from soaps. So let's go straight in here and load straight from a dry puck. So I hope everyone had a good weekend. It was Sunday yesterday. My daughter was competing in her first competition of the year. She danced beautifully, but didn't actually place at all. She didn't even get a special mention or honourable mention, nothing. So we were a bit disappointed, but it was her first time doing that dance. She's only been doing that dance for about 5 or 6 weeks, so putting that into consideration, she should hopefully be ready for the big competitions in July, and hopefully be able to do something a little bit better that time, when the next competition comes around. Very difficult watching your kids get nothing when they put so much effort into things. And we're obviously not the only parents that go through it. Every other parent goes through it at the same time as when their kids get nothing as well. So it's a horrible feeling, especially when your daughter's very talented. Right. Yeah, there's something else going on there. I can smell the licorice. What is that scent? There's something else in there, a woody sort of sweet scent. I can't quite pick it though, I'm not quite sure what it is. Right, let's wet the head. And straight on. And dip the tips. And dip them again. It's definitely a very, very nice brush. Well, the knot is anyway. The brush is lovely to hold as well, but the actual knot is superb. It's not quite as soft as a Black Wolf, but there's absolutely no scritch with it at all. This soap lathers superbly. It just seems to be something I just can't seem to do. I can't seem to get a super thick, luxurious lather like I do on my face when I do it on my head. But this lather's superb. So as you can see, the brush is well loaded. Oh, it smells great. It's actually filling the bathroom up a bit. Okay, back to the Mueller R41, which I used 2 head shaves ago with the same blade that I used 2 head shaves ago. I've managed to get 2 head shaves and 2 face shaves out of this blade. And it's a Kai blade, Kai stainless steel blade, and it has really amazed me. So if I can get through this head shave, I will without a doubt be dipping in the bank and buying these blades because they're worth it. They're worth it if you can get if I can get 2 head shaves out of a blade, they work out cheaper than feathers anyway. If I'm getting 2 head shaves and 2 face shaves out of a blade, it's 4 times, well, yeah, 4 times is, no, twice, 3, I don't know, can't even think. But it's much better value for money than pretty much any blade I've used. If I can get 4 shaves out of these every time, with them feeling brand new. and that to me feels very smooth. But I won't really know until I do the against the grain pass, because that's the part that really matters. At the moment I'm with the grain, so you don't have that problem where you need it to be super smooth and efficient in terms of actually chopping the hair right down. And shaving for me is all about comfort, really, comfort and enjoyment. So if the blade's not right and it's blunt, I will change it out soon. But we'll see how it goes against the grain. Like I say, that's the bit that's going to really test the blade. But it's ploughing through that. I don't know whether you can see the hair in there. It's just ploughing through the hair. You guys out there that don't head shave, that are lucky enough to have a head of hair. Well, I say lucky enough, I actually prefer being bald if I'm honest. And that's not just because I am, but I enjoy shaving it, but I enjoy the fact that there's no effort involved. And I know that sounds really lazy, but it's true. Well, that's done a pretty good job. Not as good as the first time round, I don't think, because it doesn't seem to have cut the hair down quite so good. So let's see how it goes on against the grain pass now. Scent on the soap is absolutely lovely. And even if you're not a major fan of licorice, or even if you don't like it all, there's something else going on in this scent. I'm not sure what it is. There's another scent in here going with it which works really well. It is licorice. It is relatively strong. I'd probably give it maybe a 6.5 out of 10. So here we go. Mule R41, 5th use Kai blade against the grain. Feels pretty good. In fact, it feels better than pretty good. It feels phenomenal. To say this is a third full head shave from the same blade, including 2 face shaves. Yep, superb. Absolutely ploughing through it. So I've got to say, I was really dubious about buying them because of the price, but having now used them and getting these results from them, it's so hard to argue with them really. They're really good blades. Those of you that watched my shave a while back there, probably a month ago or so, I tried a new technique with some alum block on my hand. Worked really well. I got the same problem though that Kyle at Brown Man Shaves gets, where it takes the slickness away from the lather. You have to sort of rinse it off and then re-lather, rinse it off. It's a bit of a pain. So I find that if I find a blade that works like this does, on a razor that works like this does, I don't need to stretch my skin. It's making absolute mincemeat of the hair, and it is as smooth, and I'm not lying, as smooth as the first time I used it. In fact, it might even be smoother because it doesn't have that boom sharp edge on it. I'm blown away. I'm just going to reinvigorate the lather here because this is taking a little bit longer than I thought. Just dip the tips a little bit. And Squadron Soap, Andy, who is the owner and maker of it, the artisan, lovely bloke, makes beautiful products. I say the only downside to me to Squadron Soaps, and I think I've just nicked myself there, and that wasn't the blade, that was just not paying attention when I was. No, maybe I didn't. I don't know. Soon find out. It's the fact that they come in tins. They don't come in plastic tubs. However, for those of you that aren't aware, he is actually in the process right now of changing over. So I can only imagine that once his stock sells out of all the tins, he will move into plastic. The tins work great, the soaps are tremendous. Rust issues that might happen are just the only thing that puts me off. But the only thing I can think of is, in the beginning, I'm not sure whether they're actually cheaper or not, whether a tin's cheaper than plastic. If it is, I can understand that an artisan starting out would use a tin, because if the soap doesn't sell at all, they've not lost as much money, and that's just logical business sense. It's about making a good product and trying to make it work, and if it does work, then you can up your game a bit with it. Because at the end of the day, the most important part of any soap or cream is the actual soap and cream itself. It's not the packaging it comes in. Fine accoutrements are a perfect example of that. In my opinion, make superb soaps, but they don't have a tub. The tub is on the way. It is going to be made this year, I think. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be a hell of a thing for fine accoutrements, because the soaps are beautiful. The scents are great. Well, I've only got snake bite, but I absolutely love it. And given the amount of menthol that's in snake bite, it still lathers beautifully. You get great slickness with this Squadron Soap, so you get that air of confidence with it, that you can go over your skin again without having too much soap on it, or any soap at all. Right, I'm just going to empty the bowl out. I'll wash my head down a bit, I'll re-lather my whole head, and then we'll do pickups, and then we'll finish off. Starting to get hot water again. Here it comes. It's been pretty warm here today. I was going to pull out menthol soap, but I did say to Andy I was going to do his soap yesterday, and I didn't. As you know, I've used the Rose line by River Valley Trading. This water's too hot. It's almost like warm water. Can't be having that on a cold water shave. They can get stuffed with your warm water. There we go. Beautiful. While I'm waiting on that, I'll just rinse the soap out a bit. It's actually quite a hard soap, I've got to say. When you compare it with some of the other soaps, it's almost, it's a lot harder than most of the other artisan soaps out there. Oh yeah, there's hardly anything left. This blade, excuse me. This blade has absolutely blown me away from the day I used it about 6 days ago to now. And once again, Tony, thanks very much for sending it, because had you not sent it, I would probably never have bought them. I don't see how I can't buy them now. Just squeeze everything out of the brush now. Dump that on the head. And let's go into the pickups. I'm not 100% sure whether I'll use this blade again, but I think I will. I think I'm going to give it another go on my head shave tomorrow. I think it was a Gillette Ruby that I used, I think. Whereby I actually got, I think I got 8 shaves, face shaves, out of that one blade. I've just cut myself there. But 8 face shaves is completely different to 3 head shaves and 2 face shaves. A head shave, in my opinion, is almost the equivalent of sort of 2 to 3 face shaves. The blade's having to cover a lot more area. The hair's thicker. I haven't cut myself, I thought I had. I mean, there can't be much left in the blade, if I'm honest. I think to come this far is pretty incredible. Superb, absolutely superb. If you watched my last video yesterday, I had a bit of a nightmare yesterday. With information. So regarding Ed Sheeran, just forget everything I said because I got no idea where that got into my head. I still cannot think who it is I actually watched as a busker in Perth, who became quite a well-known artist. No, I can't think who it is. It wasn't John Buckley. I'm stuffed if I can try and remember. Absolutely stuffed. And Ken H is actually not Ken H. It's Ken Shaving and BSing. Who the fuck is Ken H? I've got no idea. You tell me. Right, just get to the rest of this brush, up to the bowl. Okay, so let's move on. What am I going to start with? I'm going to start with Shave Where It's a Cool Fix today. What a great shave that was. Just a dollop like that. That's got to be one of the closest shaves I've had, really. To see how quickly I've done that shave, it's very, very impressive. One of the wife's hair stuck to my face, brilliant, typical. We'll move on to Thea's medicated witch hazel, just because it's not licorice, but it's got a nice sort of scent, that sort of area. Absolutely super. The thing I like about Thea is if you put it on after you use Cool Fix, it activates the Cool Fix again, and then you get the scent of Thea's, and then you obviously get the astringent effects of the Thea's as well. So it works really well. And the scent's super, beautiful clove scent. Right, what we used today. The soap was Squadron Soap Company, Dutch Resistance, licorice, based, or anise based, however you want to say it. Very, very nice soap. Bit of 5.5 out of the tub. Once it's lathered, a bit of 6.5 in scent strength. Beautiful stuff. Used my Tony Forsyth TF Custom, another cut above with Chris shaving brush. 26mm Black Wolf, not Black Wolf, 26mm Tuxedo knot. It's not a Black Wolf knot. It's not as soft as a Black Wolf, but it's beautiful brush, beautiful. And obviously there's the cut, you can't really see the colours of it. But it's superb, absolutely beautiful. The razor, Mueller R41 twist, with a 5th use of a Kai blade, a 3rd full head shave from this blade, and it's also done 2 face shaves, and I'll be doing another face shave tomorrow. Let's see how it goes tomorrow as well. Superb blade, I'm really over the moon by it, and it's worth the money in my opinion now that I've used it. Then finished off with Cool Fix by Shaveworks. Thea's medicated, and I'm going to finish off now with the Stray Whisker Afterburn. Good dollop of that. Superb. What a shave. They don't come much smoother than that, I tell you, in terms of actual shave quality, soap, just everything's just worked there, and I've really enjoyed that. Anyway guys, thanks very much for tuning in. Loads of new subscribers lately, thank you very much for coming along. I hope you're catching these videos. If you're not watching them, you only watch little small parts of it. If you're subscribed and you come back in a long time and you watch one that you've not watched for ages, thanks for coming back anyway. But other than that, I'm going to leave you guys to it, so stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.